Hello, sports fans, and welcome to the Scott Sports 101 NFL Divisional Playoff Round recap show of both games today. Well, the Browns' best season in years ends today as in a heartbreaking loss to the Kansas City Chiefs, 22-17 at Arrowhead Stadium. They had a chance to win this game in the fourth quarter, but they just could not make the play they needed to because Rashard Higgins fumbled the ball and Tyreek Hill recovered to get the win. And the Browns went for it with a minute 42 left in the fourth quarter, but Tyreek Hill picked it up and when it was fumbled and ran out of bounds, and the Chiefs go on to win, and they will host the Buffalo Bills in the AFC Championship next Sunday. Browns head coach Kevin Stefanski says the loss stings, adding he would reflect on the season later. Extremely disappointed that we weren't able to get the job done today. We had our opportunity there but late in that ball game, and we didn't do it. And we are going to share in this defeat like we share in those victories, Stefanski said. I appreciate how our guys battled. They fought like they do every single week, and it wasn't enough. And Baker Mayfield said this loss sucks. And they wanted to be the last team standing, and they weren't. But I do feel that the Browns will be back in the playoffs next year, and I think we will do it then. The Browns they can't score 17 points against the Chiefs and expect to win. But they did have a chance to win this game, but they kept it close. So it just was one of those games where the Browns just could not get over the hurdle and get the win. So we're going to break down the highlights for you right now. And Patrick Mahomes went out with a concussion in the third quarter. First quarter, the Chiefs scored their first touchdown. Patrick Mahomes right and for the 1 yard touchdown. Butker's extra point though was no good. It was 6-0 Chiefs. Then the Browns got as close as the 46-yard line. They kicked the 46-yard field goal. Cody Parkey's 46-yard field goal is good. It was 6-3. Chiefs at the end of the first quarter. In the second quarter, the Chiefs scored their second touchdown of the game. Patrick Mahomes passed short left to Travis Kelce for the 20-yard touchdown. Butker's extra point is good. It was 13-3. Chiefs. Then the Browns had gone 3 and out and had to punt 7 plays for 13 yards, and then the Chiefs got as close as the 50-yard line and 13 plays for 68 yards. Butker kicked a 50-yard field goal and it was good. It was 16-3. Chiefs. Then the Browns had a fumble. They fumbled. It was on first and 10. Mayfield's pass deep right to Rashard Higgins to KC for the KC one for the 25-yard. Sorensen ball out of bounds, and the replay official reviewed the short of the goal line, ruling that the play was upheld and ruling on the field. So that was a fumble. The Chiefs get the ball back. Then the Chiefs got as close as the 9 plays for 70 yards to the 28-yard line. They kicked a 28-yard field goal, and Butker's 28-yard field goal was good. It was 19-3 at the break. And then the Browns scored their first touchdown of the game in the third quarter. Baker Mayfield's pass short right to Jarvis Landry for the 4-yard touchdown. Cody Parkey's extra point is good. It was 19-10 Chiefs. The Chiefs got as close as the 33-yard line. 11 plays for 60 yards. And Butker kicked a 33-yard field goal, and it was good, and it was 22-10. Then the Browns scored their second touchdown of the game. Kareem Hunt, right guard for the 3-yard touchdown. Cody Parkey's extra points given was 22-17, and the Browns down by 5. It was a one-score game. Now the Browns had a chance to win this game late in the fourth quarter. There was an intercept, but the Browns got the ball back, and then they had the punt, but they had a chance, and then Kareem Hunt had fumbled, or sorry, Higgins fumbled, and then Tyreek Hill had picked off the ball, and they got the ball back, and then that's nevertheless the Chiefs just took kneels to run out the clock, and they just ran the clock out, and they get the win, and they move on to the AFC Championship game next Sunday against the Buffalo Bills. Well, I gotta give the game balls to the Chiefs, and I wish I could give to the Browns, but it's gotta go to the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes, 21 of 30 carries and attempts, 255 yards, 1 touchdown. Darrell Williams, 13 carries, 78 yards, and Travis Kelce, 8 receptions, 109 yards, 1 touchdown. Although this was a heartbreaking loss, Kevin Stefanski did a phenomenal job in his first year as head coach, and we all should be proud of the Browns for this season that they had. It was a remarkable season, and I do feel that they will be back in the playoffs next year, so I give the Browns my salute, and I say thanks, Browns, for one of the best seasons in years. Now in Game 2, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are headed to the NFC Championship game as they beat the New Orleans Saints 30-20 at Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans, Louisiana. Drew Brees and the Saints just collapsed, and Drew Brees had several turnovers that were costly, and that's why Tampa Bay got the win in this game tonight. And I got to give the game balls to the Buccaneers, and I'm going to do it right now. Excuse me. Tom Brady, 18 of 33 carries and attempts, 199 yards, 2 touchdowns. And Leonard Ferrante, I think that's the name. Leonard Ferrante, yeah. 17 attempts, 63 yards on the receiving end of the ball. And on the rushing end of the ball, 44 yards, 1 touchdown, 5 receptions. And, I mean, the New Orleans had chances, but they just could not take advantage of it. And Tampa Bay just dominated, and they just pulled away in the second half. They were tied at 13 at halftime, but then Tampa Bay just pulled away in the second half, and they are headed back to the NFC Championship game. So what that means is it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs and the Buffalo Bills in the AFC Championship game, and the Bucks and Packers in the NFC Championship game at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin next Sunday. NFC Championship at 3:05 and the AFC Championship at 6:40. Well, that is just about going to wrap it up for the Scott Sports 101 NFL Divisional Playoff Recap Show. I'll be back with one of my regular Scott Sports 101 podcasts tomorrow, but until then, always remember, be a team player each and every day, at every way possible. So long, everybody. 3, 2, 1, I'm done.